So I've been thinking some stuff I'm gonna convert into one of these motors into generators. So I got this stator today at the mail. Give me 1 second. Get everything prepared. Where's my analog meter? Start. There it is. Found it. It's on the floor. Alright. Alright, this thing is heavy. Alright. That motor is from a garbage disposal. Not the whole thing. It's the stator. What am I gonna do with it? We'll see. Analog. Let's try. I might turn it to an alternator. I'll set it at 12 volts DC on the AC symbol. Make sure I don't damage it. Alright, make sure I don't hurt myself. That way I don't get cut. Put these between the purple. It's not telling me where it goes. Let me check the coil. Yep, that's the blue one. Blue, positive, and negative. Wrap it around. Ow! What I'm trying to do is, guys, this is the electric motor here from a garbage disposal, but I'm turning it to an alternator. Don't get me wrong, I like alternators. They're really good generators. So I'm trying to make sure it's good here. Damn, I can't get this thing to stay. Bloody hell medicine, mate. I'm about to use a magnet. This thing won't stay in place. Alright. Now we'll use this magnet to put this, clip it to the wire here. Yeah, that's not going to work. These things are not magnetic. Irons are magnetic. Everything is. Can't get this damn thing to stay. Let me put this back. 12 volts DC. You see what I mean, guys? I'm sorry for the intrusive video about trying to get this thing back together. Sometimes I get slow. Nope, ain't working. I think I got it. Hello, how are you? Sorry for the delay. I'm trying to get this thing here. Oh my god. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm trying to get this wire into the motor, and it's hard to fight with. But I'm doing great as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying to connect my meter into the stator. And this thing wants to put a fight against me. Ah, damn. Almost did it, mate. I'm telling you guys, this thing is hard to fight. Oh, you're just chilling? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put this thing with a fight. I'm tired of these things, whatever you call those, female connectors are getting on my nerves. I'm glad you subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. Oh my. Got it. Let's make sure it's the right coil. Oh, hell no. Let's make sure, put it to voltage. This is hard to fight with. See what I mean? This is such a bull crap. I am so slow, guys. This is... You gotta take your time on this. If you rush, things will fail. Oh, hell no. I am starting to get fucking mad. So irritated. I just got this wire in here, now it's gonna fall apart. This is what happens. Don't rush things. Piece of shit. Got it. And it come off again. Piece of shit. I'm starting to get irritated. Sorry about that. Got it. So you guys, what I'm trying to do is, this is having a time to get these leads on there. It's starting to get on my nerves, so I'm turning this Garza motor into an alternator. So I'm trying to put a cooling fan in here, but there's no shaft in here right this second, just a fan for later. So the stator is in great condition. And these are the magnets in here. I'll be testing, see the voltage wiggles in here, see if it inducing current. Okay? I'll put my phone here. That way you guys can see the meter wiggle. Alright. Alright, take these magnets. See the voltage is being induced. See that? It's working. It's inducing the voltage. We wiggle the magnet and the coil wire induces a voltage. You see that meter goes spinning? Or the needle goes up? Oh, the stator got it. Damn it. You see what makes it hard, guys? You got to pay extra money to get someone to do it for you. Like, I'd rather do it myself. I have magnets here. I don't use them, but I use it for later. Oh, not again. The stator got it again. I'm still right here. Yep. The stator got it. Ah. Ooh, it got it again. See, if I wiggle the magnet, it starts to induce the voltage. See that needles? See the needles wiggling? It's producing little teeny current inside the stator. Not as much voltage yet. Let's check 1.5 volts. No, that's 9 volts. See? I'm generating half a volt, 1.5. I'm starting to get current. If I use south, it's going to generate a current. See, this is a good sign. Your alternator will be good. A project. If I use this neodymium magnet right there, this, it's going to do the same thing. That's south. If I shove this in the stator, I'll get power. But the north is not spinning. I'm using my hand for south. You see how this works, folks? I'm using this magnet to shove in the stator, and it's getting a little 1.5 volts, a little half a volt. I wish I could spin it for you guys, but I don't have a drill right now. Oh, got it. Oh. See, this is good. You gotta check your copper is magnetic. Let's check for millivolts real quick. All right, it seems to be working. See, when I move it, look at that. It stays right there. Look at this. Kind of cool, isn't it? This is kind of crazy. If I move this magnet, I get 30 millivolts out of this power stator. Like I said, it's full of coils. If you get power from each magnet, the iron is the stator, the copper is the coil of electrodes. It makes a good conductors. And put it back to 1.5 volts real quick. Let me spin it with my hand. Yeah, I'm out to get a shaft or something. If you guys got any questions, let me know. So that's how it induces a voltage. So I'm using these two magnets as a demonstration. I'm using my hand. If I put north up there, put south, and it induces a voltage in these coils right in here. Okay? So This cooling fan is for the cooling down the stator. It didn't came with this. I'm deciding to make a good different project for the future. I'm about to cut these off the back. The stator winding's in the way. I'm about to cut these off right there. The screwdriver rivets right here. So, with a hacksaw, apparently. So, if you guys got any questions, let me know. So, and that's how it works. The shaft is going to be in here. One of these bearing things. The cooling fan is going to be in here, like that. Let me hold this with a hole. I'll hold this in like that. If you spin it, it's going to come with the spin and tension. So that will cool down the stator. Prevent from overload, overheating. I got some for you. You hear that? That was a generator exhaust fart. So, if I use these magnets for north and south poles, and that makes the electricity travel through the stator windings. It makes it good, right? Yeah, it's like an experiment. So, don't play with electricity. You know what you're doing, please. Excuse me. That sucks. Let me try connecting an LD or something. Where's the... There it is. Piece of shit. Broke off. That is great. So you guys, make sure you check your coils here. It's really high resistance. It's good. It makes it weird when you check the coil. Well, guys, I think these magnets are aligned to the stator. So I'm about to go online and look for a shaft. That way I will make my own magneto generator, pay for the shaft I need. And I gotta measure some stuff for this bearing. So right here, what I'm talking about is this. What I'm gonna do is push this out. You guys see it? You see this bearing right there? It's like an alternator size. So usually it comes with electric motors. Make sure you save it. You never know, you got a future coming to your head. Like, my thinking is a little terrible sometimes. I make mistakes. Oh, there. I would do is shove that thing in there. There we go. See? Shove that bearing up in there where it goes. And it slips out when you use your hands. That way you might need it. And make sure you clean it with sandpaper, the surface. That way it will slip out as easily as it can. Or, this is fine for right now. So I'll just slip it back in where it goes. And this is going to be a great project for this future coming up this week. Or in the next couple months. So, I'm just chill. I'm still checking the coil. It's still good. If I put this on the front top, I got to measure the fan size for the shaft here. Let me show you the alternator shaft. I ordered on eBay recently. I could take that off. I don't know how long it is. A pair of these sizes here. This is not going to work well for the stator. The stator is too small. So the electromagnet has to come off in order. Okay. Yeah, I think it's stuck. So I could do is find somebody to do it for me. Because I don't want any equipment for that. If I use this bearing here, like this alternator, just shove it up here. It's just gonna be hard, so see, makes it hard to shove it. It just fits. Ow! Hurts like a trunking, you know. Okay, this don't make any sense. All we do is use a something. There we go. Gotta use a hammer to take that off. Hello, how are you? So see guys, this is what it looks like. This is the cooling fan for the car alternator. So I'm converting this induction motor into an alternator. So when I use those two magnets or something, it generates a current through the stator windings. If you're a new subscriber here, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. So how are you? So these are the alignments of these two magnets. So see if I go to the battery mode right there. Let me put this fan down. I gotta use my hand for these magnets I'll wiggle. See? See? The needle starts wiggling in the coil. See, it's generating a little current. You gotta spin it because I don't have no hands. I'm using my phone to record myself. Thank you very much. So that cooling fan is gonna act as a generator head, alternator size. So if I want to use this bearing, it looks like the exact size for here, the shaft. Okay? Don't get me wrong, just telling the truth. It's just my example compared to the other size out there in the market. So make sure you save this cooling fan for later. If you have an old alternator, fired up stator, use this for your induction motor. Because you might need this on handy in case your stator gets hot. Because I have those magnetos alternators, they get very hot. But always save the fan, or your stator will cause a fire. Son of a bitch. I'm starting to lose my mind. Oh, the shaft. I was about to show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the shaft I'm talking about. This is the rotor. So that doesn't fit inside. What I'm trying to show you is when you fit this cooling fan on the shaft exact size, and that's going to fit for your alternator. And it slips off easily, but just there we go. I recommend heating up the shaft first. That way it could fit better. Makes it easier. Okay? I'm going to look into the marketplace for any spare parts I need. And I'm going to let you guys know if it's going to take a while, though. The cooling fan has to go back in place. So, I'll put this bearing back in there. Damn, that hurts. Oh my god. This thing's hurt. Oh. See, this is what happens. You gotta hurt your bearing. I would do is like heat it up or something, or I don't know. I would not recommend heat it up to full temperature blast with a blast torch. Because I'm not okay with you guys trying this at home. It's kind of risky. I gotta use a screwdriver. Alright. The bearing's coming out, which is a good sign. Make sure you keep doing the exact same process. Use something like a screw or something. Don't, for God's sakes, don't hurt yourself. Don't. What I'm talking about, this bearing right there. That's the big bearing fits in on the shaft. So, you gotta keep it on handy. Let me fit this. Alright. There we go. See? No more silly mistakes like that, okay? If you put this front back on, I'll show you. If you put this front cover back on the stator here, the bearing slips out. So I recommend use this alignment here. Don't hurt yourself, please. So okay, this don't make any goddamn sense. I thought I got that right now. It's stuck in place. I gotta use a mallet to hit the screw against the bearing. Come out of there. There we go. What's hard about it, because these things get stuck easily. Make sure you use a mallet or whatever. Oh my gosh. There we go. See, that's how you do it. Use a lock. That way it doesn't come out. You put the front on. There we go. You got a generator head. And that's how you do it. I might find a box for this because that should not be open exposed wires. And that's a hazard thing to do. So make sure you have this vent facing that way. That way the heat will go out where the cooling fan is. Okay? My God. My gosh. Yeah, I'm about to cut these wires. These things are stuck. Useless. Oop. I want to cut my shirt down, man. I'm tired of these female connectors in my way. See, you can make yourself a good alternator and the benefit making your own at home. If your fan starts to oxidize, use a wire brush and clean that off immediately. That could be corrosion. You never know it. And I just passed gas. I don't know what I'm about to use this for. This is really awesome. When I induce a voltage in the coils inside the stator, it starts to produce an electric current inside the machine. Electric motors generate electricity. And don't be a freak about it. It does. It generates electricity. You need is a cooling fan and a shaft, a drill. Spin it as a demonstration to show everyone in your family, hey, this thing generates electricity. People might not care about your projects. People are electricians, they will appreciate that as well. But I'm just saying, just be happy with yourself accomplished. So that's the stator here. I'll show you what's blocking in here. See, when I put it here, it starts to get in the way. See, this big thing, it's in the way. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to cut this off right there with a hacksaw. Because I don't have an angle grinder to do it. So, these magnets will produce electricity. You got to glue it on the shaft. I'm telling you, you got to glue it on the rotor. If you don't, and these magnets will come flying off, and these things will break and catch on fire. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I know the drill. So, what I'm going to do is, I will cut this off. I'll mark with a Sharpie. Okay? And this will tell me where I'm going to cut it at. You see this? Gets in the way in the windings? This will cause an arc. You don't want that. Inside the stator, it's the same project, so. And this is going to be my power head alternator for this future. I'm going to do some loud noises real quick. I got to fix the vise. The nails are coming out of there. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to line this up I might not cut these right this second. I might if it gets in the way again. If any folks out there trying to hurt yourself, don't do it at home unless you know what you're doing. Safety protocols are important. Same place. All right, make sure you don't pull it over, tighten it. This is what I do is I'm going to hacksaw where the black mark is. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to fuck up mistakes you shouldn't do. Okay, what the hell is in my way? There we go. Piece of junk. Alright. This is what I do, right? I cut this here. Working my way in. See? This is hard to fight with. You gotta be mindful because the vise is not tight right now. You gotta use a cloth. I would do is use a cloth, prevent from any damage on the metal. Make sure it's tight. Like a seatbelt. There we go. So see guys, I want to zoom in towards this. This is hard to... Alright, right there, this is what I'm talking about. Down there, it's where the screw bit is. It gets in the way. The magnet's got in the way again. Piece of shit. So, let me know what's your name. So, I'm Michael, by the way. So, yep. This is C. This is hard to fight with. I'm not gonna do it up there. Let me do it. This is so hard. I'm about to warn you. This is really tricky. You might have to recommend using an angle grinder to cut this off. But my ways are kind of different. Make sure it's the right. Yep. Shove it in there and just cut that off. We don't need this piece of junk anymore. We need this part of the housing. See, I'm getting there. Alright, buddy, I might give you an update. I might post it on my YouTube. So, alright. Alright, guys, thanks for subscribing. Comment below what is your favorite videos you'd like to see. I think it's getting the stopping point for 40 minutes limit. So, alright, guys, thanks for watching Channel Sam D. Make sure you have a good, safe night. And, alright, it's Stator. It's supposed to be OR. Stator. You misspelled. That's not stator. 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 Yeah. It's okay to misspell, but it's stator. Okay? Alright, guys. Thanks for watching.